Someone stole catalytic converters from this guy's truck at 2:45 in the morning, but the thieves got caught on camera. And what happens next is absolutely wild.
Hold on.
Here's the post, word for word. Was a fun morning at the beginning of last week, starting up my truck and waking everyone up at 2:45 a.m. to learn someone swiped the hollowed-out cats. The idiots missed the neighbor's cameras that basically gave away who they were. It's two kids from the area who drive around in a pretty busted-up police Crown Vic. I chose not to call the cops. Instead, I called one of my friends who's code enforcement and let him know what my plan was. And he relayed the info to the police that I was finally going to do a nuisance tow on that same Crown Victoria.
Yo, I cannot make this up. 2:45 in the morning? These guys really said, let's commit felonies during the witching hour. That's not even criminal genius, that's just stupid with a soundtrack.
Right? And they didn't even notice the cameras.
Yeah, Roger nods. Wait till you hear what kind of car they're driving.
They had one job, steal quietly, and they failed at the one thing criminals are supposed to be good at.
What?
The car they drive isn't street legal, as it has no license plates or insurance, or working taillights and rattles like shit due to the trash sound system. They also spend their whole day at a chicken shack smoking. Not sure who they're getting money from, but I'm guessing stealing Catalytics was part of the equation. When I spotted the car sitting on a quiet street, I called it in and got the go-ahead to tow. I took it straight to the police station, and they tried to run an owner check with the VIN number only to find out it hadn't been registered since 2011, and the owner was someone other than the kids, who sold them the car with no title because of all the back registration owed.
Okay, but these are kids, like actual young people, who are so desperate for money they're stealing car parts and spending their days at a chicken shack. That's so unfair. Something broke in their lives to get them here.
Raises an eyebrow, Emma. They literally committed theft. Being broke doesn't give you a free pass to jack people's catalytic converters.
Stays neutral. Let's see where this goes.
Hold up, no license plates, no insurance, no working taillights, and a trash sound system rattling around? These dudes are literally driving around announcing themselves like a mobile crime scene.
They really thought they were invisible, huh?
Slightly. The universe has a way of humbling people.
So let me get this straight. They're out here stealing catalytic converters in a car that literally screams, I am committing crimes right now, with no plates and a sound system that sounds like a garbage disposal. These guys aren't criminals, they're the worst advertisement for crime.
Haha, I'm screaming. They basically put a neon sign on top that said, "Pull US over."
It gets worse.
Look, these are kids making terrible choices, but this is a pattern: no income, no legitimate way forward, so they resort to theft. The system failed them before they failed themselves. That doesn't excuse what they did, but it explains it.
That's right, but at some point you gotta own your choices, and these guys are about to, hard.
You can't be running from the law in a car that's basically a rolling police report.
So you're telling me these idiots are just existing in this death trap all day?
They're not exactly thinking their life choices through, are they?
So check this out.
No way.
The cops said, we can go ahead and take it to the junkyard till they can get a black title. By then, the two idiots were running around all over town looking for their car, thinking it got stolen by one of their friends as a prank. They found it at the junkyard and tried to steal it by one of them distracting the owner and the other stealing their car, but the junkyard was aware of who they were, so they cut the drive shaft off beforehand.
If you want to hear how this ends, make sure you follow FPM Stories so you don't miss the next one. Wait, so the police impounded their car, and these kids didn't even know it was gone? They thought their friends pulled a prank on them? My heart breaks for them. They're about to get arrested trying to steal their own car back.
Leans forward, nah, this is a movie. These kids are about to learn the hardest lesson of their lives in real time.
Prepares to read the final chunk. You're not going to believe what happens next.
You are kidding me right now. They got arrested trying to steal their own CR? I need a minute. That's not even criminal incompetence, that's a masterclass in bad decision-making.
Winces. It's tragic actually. They're just digging themselves deeper.
Grimly. And the worst part? It gets worse.
Wait, so their own car got impounded and they thought it was just gone? Like their friends just yeeted it into the void as a joke? The logic here is actually hilarious in the worst way.
Right? It's like if someone stole your wallet and you got arrested trying to steal it back from the police station.
Oh, you're not gonna believe the next part.
Here's the thing though, they got caught on camera, the cops had them dead to rights, and instead of taking the L and moving on, they doubled down and tried to recover the car themselves. That's not desperation, that's stupidity compounded by pride.
And now they're facing actual jail time instead of just a police report and a lesson.
Trying to steal your own car back is like getting caught committing a crime and deciding the solution is to commit another crime. Wait, did the cops just let them discover their car was getting destroyed? Like, were they there watching it happen?
That's actually kind of brutal. They got to see the consequences in real time instead of just hearing about it later.
But here's the thing. I missed out on this part, but they got arrested for trying to steal their car back, and they watched as the junkyard used a crane to rip the car to shreds. When I saw it, the remains looked like a toddler just ripped it to the bare frame out of curiosity. They've been out of jail since but haven't left their trailer. I did a drive-by earlier and noticed a beater Jeep Liberty in their driveway also with no plates, and already working with the cops on taking that too if I see it out in a public, except I won't miss the show next time.
Sheesh. The image of these dudes watching a crane literally obliterate their car into scrap metal, watching their getaway vehicle turn into aluminum confetti, that's gotta be the most expensive lesson in consequences they'll ever learn.
Stop it. I'm picturing their faces just getting smaller and smaller as the crane goes down. Pure devastation.
And then?
They got to watch their whole future get crushed by a crane, and that's somehow less painful than what the court's about to do to them.
These kids made terrible decisions and got exactly what they deserved. You steal catalytic converters in a clown car with no plates and no insurance, you don't get to act shocked when the system catches up with you. The only thing worse than the initial crime was doubling down and getting arrested trying to recover the vehicle. Sometimes the universe delivers justice for you.
I feel for them because they're clearly kids in a bad situation, but they made choices that hurt someone else to solve their own problems. Getting arrested trying to steal their own car back shows they still don't understand the consequences of their actions. Hopefully this is the wake-up call that actually sticks, because right now they're just digging deeper. Follow FPM Stories. We post every single day. Drop your verdict in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.